Hi, it's Susan. Welcome back to my channel. This is not a craft with me or a show and tell. This is, well, I'm giving you something pretty to look at, or at least I think it's pretty to look at, one of my pieces of art. But I wanted to talk, and I wanted you to have something to look at while I was talking. And I wanted to talk about the scary thing that's going on in the YouTube universe right now, which is COPPA, COPPA, the Children's Online Privacy and Protection Act, and the changes that they want to amend to the law and how it's going to affect YouTubers and specifically the arts and crafts community, because of course that's where my heart is. There's a lot of videos out there, and let me start off by saying y'all know I am not a lawyer. I don't pretend to be one. So what I am sharing is information I have gleaned from watching other videos. There are a few that I think are really good and informative and that are not trying to hype you into to being absolutely terrified. And those are the people that I'm going to continue to watch. A lot of the other ones I am just sort of, skimming right on by, because there are people that are trying to scare you. And it is scary. I'm not trying to say this is nothing to be afraid of, but they're really trying to, I see all these thumbnails go by and it's like, oh my goodness, they're just trying to create this panic in everybody. And my title of this was, what's my plan for dealing with all this? My plan is to try not to freak out, because that's my natural tendency when something scary like this happens about following the rules, and I don't have a clear-cut line to know whether I'm following the rules or not. I tend to absolutely, positively freak out. And all I can say is, thank goodness my husband is the voice of calm and reason and walks with me through those times so that I don't go, what am I going to do? So if you haven't heard, okay, COPPA, COPPA, Children's Online Privacy and Protection Act, that is a United States law that went into effect back in 1998 when the internet was young and we had AOL and we had, suddenly children were in chat rooms and doing all sorts of things, and we wanted to protect our kids, and that's a really important thing to do. We all want to protect our children online, right? All children should be protected online and offline, but because technology was new and the online frontier was new, COPPA came into effect. And for a while it seemed like it was working pretty good, and then of course, the internet exploded. Things happened. Every 10 years or so, the FTC takes another look at the laws they have on the books and decide whether they're going to amend something or not. There were some changes made in 2013. And now they want to make some more changes. They want to change some of the language that's in the original law. Now, let me say, even though this is a U.S. law, the thing that affects, online is worldwide. So if you're using an avenue like YouTube to post your videos and it's a U.S. company, even though you are in who knows where on the other side of the world, you are still bound by the terms and conditions of this U.S. company. But I'm here in the U.S., so I'm even more freaked out, maybe. I don't know about more, but okay, and trying not to freak out. I don't need to freak out. I can be calm. I can gather information. I can share the information I gather with you. We can make good decisions. I'm watching people wipe out their channels, delete their videos, badmouth anybody and everybody they can, think of, pass the blame. And I want to get back and remember, this is protecting our children. We want to do this. And we want to protect ourselves, because the FTC is saying that if they find you in violation, and they're going to do sweeps like they did back in the Napster days, they're going to do sweeps. And if they find you in violation of what they term to be a child-directed video, they could fine you up to $42,000 per video. I have heard some things where they say, well, that's only going to be, it won't be that much for everybody because they're going to take it based on how much money you might have made off of that video. So if you're not monetized, maybe that's not an issue. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to pretend to be a lawyer. I'm still not sure about how that works. And I only just got monetized, so I haven't made a dime off of YouTube yet. Maybe I will. I was kind of hoping that might be, another passive income stream. Who knows how this is all going to play out? Reminder, Susan, do not freak out. Not yet. Now is not the time to freak out. Still gathering information. I want to say first, though, thank you to everybody who helped me reach the point where I could be monetized and have those ads running. People with huge channels the fear is that they are going to be hit with this enormous loss of revenue if they change their channel listings to say that these channels are made for children only, because it's going to change what kind of ads they get, and the ads are where the money comes from to pay them, for putting on these videos on YouTube. I'm rambling all over the place. Like I said, I will leave a few links down in the description box to videos that I think will explain it all a lot better than I am. I tried making talking points, and all I found is the more talking points I made, the more likely I was to try and freak out. And like I said, I am trying not to freak out. So what it is in the language right now, they say if it's child directed, well, it's kind of obvious. If you're up there, you're doing little hand puppets with, Elmo and Fozzie Bear and what have you. Maybe you're doing Sesame Street. You might be child directed videos. We would expect that. And you would click these new little boxes that YouTube has rolled out to say that it was a child directed video. But arts and crafts, are we child directed? Not intentionally, but the way the FTC wants to reword things to say it would be child attractive, many of our wonderful arts and crafts channels would fall under the category of being attractive to children. But they don't give us a clear definition. They don't say, if you have red, it's a child attractive video. If you have blue, it's not a child attractive video. They don't give us guidelines like that. It's very vague. And so that's the scary part. The scary part is it just depends on who's looking at the video at the FTC, and they could say, yeah, I don't like that person's video, so I'm going to say that's child, attractive to me, and boom, these guys get fined. That's what's scary. There are no rules. For people like me that are rule followers, we like to know, all right, you don't cross against a crosswalk, you don't drive the wrong way down the road. We have rules. We follow those rules. When you don't have a rule that is strict enough for you to follow, how are you supposed to know if you're breaking the rule or not? I don't want to break the law. None of us want to break the law. So that's what's causing all this freak out all over the internet right now is, what do we do? And I feel bad for people that are in a sheer panic mode and deleting everything and closing off their channels, because I think it's too soon. I don't think we're there yet. I hope it doesn't come to that. I don't want it to come to that, because honestly, I had no idea I was going to love making YouTube videos as much as I do. You guys lift me up every single time I post a video, and I chew on my fingernails, and I'm thinking I shouldn't post this one. I didn't edit it well enough, or I just sent it off without any editing at all. I made all these mistakes, and you guys come back and you guys tell me, how you're learning from my mistakes, and you appreciate seeing the places that I screw up, and you like what I do, and you encourage me to keep coming back. How can I not love each and every one of you for doing that? I don't even have 2,500 subscribers yet, and I feel amazing when I come onto YouTube and see comments from you. I can't even imagine, I can't fathom what it must be like to have, 100,000 subscribers or something like that. That just sort of, blows my mind. Anyways, I am rambling, and I tend to do that when I'm trying not to panic. So what the FTC has done is they have extended the deadline when the public can give feedback to these changes that they want to make. Like I said, they want to change it from saying child directed, which still isn't that great, to child attractive. And what we need is this kind of a mixed use sort of thing for people like, magicians and artists and musicians and, so many people that do things that appeal to, both children and adults, and that are not trying to cash in on these ads for kids and collect information. And you can watch all the official videos that tell you all the details about that. All right, I've done this video like 10 times, and each time parts of it get better and parts of it get a lot worse. So I'm going to just kind of power through so I can get this done and posted. One of the things that I absolutely love about the internet is the ability to connect with people all over the world. I talk to some of you, almost every day. I talk to a lot of you more often than I talk to friends right here locally in town. We support each other through our projects. We encourage each other. We care. We care to see each person grow in their own creative pattern that lets them explore, all they can be creatively. And that's just so exciting to me. It was the same way when I was writing, and I would see a student take off on something, and it was like you could watch the little light bulbs go on, and suddenly they were rolling with it, and they were just writing their own stories. And it's the same way with art. I love the way through the power of the internet we can connect with one another, and so I love that about YouTube. So I don't want to lose touch with you. I have no plans of deleting my channel. I have no plans of deleting my videos. At this point, I have a couple videos that I did mark kids only, or that were directed for kids, and so the ads won't run as much on those, or there'll be some different kind of ads. And I think in January the comments might be turned off on those. There's still some hemming and hawing how that's going to work out. At this point, though, I don't plan on leaving YouTube. But if I were to leave, or if YouTube was to shut off my channel for whatever whim that they were going to have, I want to give you guys a few other places that you can find me. The easiest thing to know whatever is happening with me is going to be go to my website and sign up for my newsletter. I haven't even sent out the first one yet. I was going to do it earlier this year and I just didn't manage it. So maybe my goal is to get one out before the end of the year. You know, once a month newsletter. That's about it. Okay. And that will always tell you, you know, my videos are going to be posted here, or this is where I'm doing this. It'll also tell you about any sales that I have going on in my Etsy store. So, you know, please go over there and sign up for the newsletter, and you're not going to get harassed in your email box every day from me. The other thing you can do is go over to Facebook, and I have a business page over there. You can search for Poppiness, or the direct link is poppiness.gowild. And Facebook is not real good about sending out notifications. I think they're even worse than YouTube is. So even though I've got like 400 people that like that page, I think only maybe 20 people ever actually see it in their feed. But you know, you might. And I also want to add, should you ever have bought one of my kits and you make anything with any of my papers, please feel free to go over and post your creations on my business page so you can share with other people what they're doing, and then maybe we can get some more interest in the page going out there. So Facebook works. Newsletter is better. Also Instagram. I am over on Instagram as Susan Taylor Brown. Next year my goal is to try and be a little bit more active on Instagram, but the best way is probably going to be the newsletter, and then still right here on YouTube, because like I said, I don't plan on going anywhere. And I hope you aren't either. I hope you're not going to get so fed up with, for the next couple weeks, there's going to be a lot of videos continuing to come out about COPPA. I went and looked up how to pronounce it because I was saying COPPA like Copacabana, and that's not it. It's COPPA. I went to the FTC and listened to how they pronounced it. So anyways, there's going to be a lot of videos still coming, and it's overwhelming having so much information, and each person can only make a decision based on what works best for them. I understand the fear, but please don't buy into all those headlines that they're written like National Enquirer headlines to get you to buy the newspaper. They want you to click through the videos, and they're wanting to get all those views in there right now before the end of the year in case their channel gets cut off. Don't buy into it. You know, you can do enough panic all on your own. You don't need to buy into some of those other videos. I know I can anyways. Like I said, trying not to panic. Here's what you can do though. You can go to your favorite YouTube creator channels, watch their videos, leave them thumbs up. Lots of people forget to do that. I forget to ask in my videos, but if you've watched someone's video and you like it, leave them a thumbs up, because you know what? It's going to make them smile. I know it makes me smile, and it does help with YouTube. It helps them notice that people like to see the videos. Leave a comment when you can. Even if all you leave in the comment is a smiley face, you know, it makes me smile. It makes other people smile. If you see somebody that's freaking out because of all this stuff, reach out to them. You know, lend them a hand, tell them not to freak out, tell them to stay calm, tell them to get informed. And most of all, go over to the FTC and leave a comment. In 2013, when they opened up comments for the amendments to make to COPPA, they only got 99 comments. I think we can do a little better than that now. I haven't checked to see what the comment thing is at right now, but I know there's over 600,000 people that have signed the petition, which is another thing you can do. Sign the petition is good. Leaving a comment is better, because they say they are reading everything. And what should you say in the comment? If you're a YouTube creator, tell them your story. Tell them why you want them to be more clear in their language with regard to child-directed, not child-attractive. Tell them we need this mixed use category for things that appeal to both children and adults that are not trying to take advantage of children. Tell them your story. Be respectful. And remember, technology really can be a wonderful thing. It has enabled us all to get to know each other, to support one another, to learn from one another. And I am grateful to every one of you that I have met across the technology universe. You know, we hold hands. We hold hands in the internet, and we cheer when we see something happen. We get behind somebody that's being bullied. We support one another, and the arts and crafts community has just been an amazing experience to me. I just really had no idea how much I was going to love this online experience, which is kind of funny because I used to love to go out and do public speaking, and this feels an awful lot like that. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that watches my channel. Thank you if you've ever seen a video. Thank you if you've ever left a comment. Every single day I come to my channel, I see what anybody's had to say and try to interact with you guys, and you make me feel like an absolute rock star. So thank you. Don't panic. Support one another and be kind to yourself. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.